Black Panther. Must feel good. Sitting here comfortable. What do you want? Your secrets. Your weapons. I'ma burn it all. This ends today. Who need a hero? Black Panther.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a full crew at the desk here.
I know, all of us are here.
For a full spoiler review of Black Panther. We have literally minutes walking out of the cinema, and we are here in the studio ready to talk about Marvel's 19th entry, I believe, into the cinematic universe. And wowee, there's been a lot of buzz about this film, guys.
There has.
The lead up to this film has been huge. Certainly the word going out and about that this film is targeted to probably do $130 million over the weekend. So we're expecting a big opening weekend. Certainly, I know I was getting very excited for this film since he was in the Civil War.
Yes.
Which we were introduced to the character, and he was phenomenal in that. But we're not here to talk about Civil War.
No.
We're here to talk about Black Panther. And before we get right into it, let's just start from the end of the table, Rick. Initial reactions to Black Panther.
Okay, initial reactions, I was excited. I'm super pumped to come see this movie. We're looking forward to see which direction they go in. But I will put my views.
Do it
That's
now.
how we
Give it to us. Right there. Right down the barrel, Rick. Straight on. Did you like it or you didn't like this film?
It was meh for me.
It was a meh.
Yeah, it was a meh for me. I was excited. I didn't leave the cinema going, fuck, that was an awesome movie.
Great. All right. That's his.
That's,
He's there we go. Josh, what did you think?
I did think that all the trailers for this movie, they kind of overhyped the movie a little bit, for me, I think. But coming out of the movie, I did think it was good, but I wasn't really blown away by anything.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay.
Jace?
And for me, what did I think? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went for this film expecting it to go into a different direction. Unfortunately, I found the film to be very predictable in some
It
ways.
was simplistic.
Huge.
Yeah, and look, but it's hard. Look, I'm going to get right into it as we go along the back. But yeah, my initial reaction was, it was a bit paint by the numbers.
Yeah.
All right,
So we're all
to
the
get
same.
deeper into our real thoughts here, we're going to follow a bit of a plot, bit of a structure here. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the plot. Now, the plot seems to be very simple. It starts pretty well straight after, a week after Civil War.
A week after Civil War, yeah.
So it's set a couple of years ago. He's come back, obviously, to take the mantle of king.
Yep.
And
Pretty
basically from there, it gets into a plot of you getting to understand what Wakanda was. We start to see the bad guys introduced. Really, most of the film, I've got to say, with the plot, it seemed like Claw was the bad guy.
We thought, that's right.
But really, the main big bad guy is Killmonger.
Yep.
And so,
His cousin.
basically, he eventually takes the throne.
Yep.
And
He does.
basically, the last hour of the film is about T'Challa getting back to the throne.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you know what? The film is that there's a lot more to the plot than that, but overall, that's the plot.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
Pretty
What did
simple
you
plot.
think of the actual plot of the film?
Well, I was expecting something a bit different since, they were obviously trying to go in a different direction with this movie. Well, that's the impression I got from the trailers. But in this, it didn't really seem like they went in a different direction. It was very simplistic.
Yeah.
I thought about
It reminded me of a lot of other films I've seen in the past.
Like for example, when they first fly into the city, I just thought of Wonder Woman.
Did you really? Actually, very good
Because when they discover it, it's cloaked and they just fly into it. It did remind me a lot of Wonder Woman, but I guess with a city like that, there's no real way to get around it.
You know what two films I kept thinking of throughout the whole thing? Coming to America and The Lion King.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
what did you think of the plot of this film?
Pretty basic plot, really. It was just so predictable. Like, it was as soon as you knew, from pretty much that first scene in where Chicago they were.
Oakland,
that was it. You just knew exactly how that movie was going to pan out.
You know, for me, the one thing of the plot, as soon as he loses the throne, I'm like, they're going to Rocky 3 the fuck out of this, and that's
yeah.
It's gonna be a montage.
It wasn't a montage, thankfully, but okay. And you know what, guys? I think the plot is what really lets this film down.
Yeah, it does.
You know, for me, it's actually the plot was the one thing I was expecting to go into a real different area, something I wouldn't expect. But like we've all stated, it seemed fairly painted by the nose.
Yeah.
But let's move on to some of these performances, and we go from the weakest part of the film. To me, some of the greatest strengths of this film are the performances. Rick, what did you think about some of the performances from the stars in there?
Andy's performance as Claw, I think, is great. Phenomenal.
He was a standout.
He was standout. Phenomenal actor. We know Boseman can play it because we've seen him in previous Marvel movies. His what was it? What was
Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard. Phenomenal. Awesome.
Yeah, I think her name's Deanna. I can't remember her last name. She was wonderful.
She was
Lupita
amazing.
Nyong'o.
And his sister,
Shuri.
that was that dynamics between the two were awesome. They were the standouts for me.
And I think not a weak link in the acting side of this film. Everybody
they all sell their performance.
Yeah,
it really did. What did you think, Josh?
I think pretty much the same. Like I'm trying to think of someone who didn't bring it to the movie, and I can't think of anyone. Like Claw was a massive standout.
Yeah.
I was hoping for him to be the main villain because he's so charismatic, and Andy Serkis is just fantastic.
Yeah.
But then he dies like halfway through.
And he is so charismatic in the film, but he's not given a lot. Is he?
No, he's not. Like
No.
he's very humorous and charismatic, but that's
Yeah.
really all he was.
I think the standout in this film, acting-wise, and this is where I'm going to give this film a lot of credit, is Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, who's probably one of the best Marvel villains we have seen in a while. I'll put it out there, he was nasty.
Yeah.
And of why he wanted to him was his mission is more about slavery.
Yeah.
You know, feeling like he's being controlled and he wants control. Michael B. Jordan for me was
and Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker,
I don't know. Big actor, and then he just kind of
his accent gave away a few times when he was doing his speech.
It's just
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. All right, so we move from the plot, from the weaker part to probably strongest part of the acting. What about the pace and tone of this film? And what I mean about pace and tone is the feeling, the look of it. You know, whether it was a slow film, whether it was a quick film. What did you think?
It was kind of up and down for me. You know, some of the movies that we've seen in Marvel, we get straight into the action, bang, we're there. But then it just kind of was really, really slow for me. It had its ups and its downs. But for me, I kind of only enjoyed really 2 of the action scenes that they had, and that in the last probably half hour of that movie is what I kind of really enjoyed. The beginning was just, there's probably some things we didn't really need to see. We could have shortened it. They could have, you know. Did we really need to have 2 of those ceremonial scenes? And it was just, you know, back and forth, and you know the dream sequences. It was just, too slow for me.
Yeah, how about you?
To be honest, To me, I think the whole movie just feels slow. Like there's no the action sequences were good, but it just like from the start of the movie to the end, I wasn't bored, but I wasn't really into it.
That's right. His second act's very saggy. No doubt about it. And that's when you could see people checking their phones. What time it was. And
I checked mine like 3 times.
Stretching in their chair.
But the pace and the tone, which I think is real, like you guys said, up and down, especially in the first half an hour to 45 minutes. I'm trying to figure out what type of tone they're trying to create here. It was up and down. The last 45 minutes, so the third act is a really solid third act because it is pretty well, the pace is up by then, the action is humming, we know exactly what each character's motivation are, we know what they're trying to do, so that worked kind of really well. But again, it is a hard slog to get to that point.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Now, Marvel films are pretty well known for being taking a genre in the superhero film, but inserting other genres without each of those films to make them different and dynamic. Captain America: Winter Soldier being a political thriller to a space fantasy from Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, go on and on and on. What genre do you think this film is trying to get? Because like I said, I can't keep thinking about Lion King.
That's the
America. And I don't know if I'm a racist for feeling like
that.
I don't know.
not
Rick,
that.
what kind of
it's
genre do you think this is? Is this I don't know, is this supposed to be a drama? Is this supposed to be a family soap opera drama?
Nah.
Because it seems to have a lot of that.
Yeah, because there was action in it, but it's not in itself an action movie. If you think
No.
It's
No, it
definitely
wasn't
not an
an
action
action
film.
movie. Oh,
No,
God,
there was maybe 2 action sequences.
Yeah,
in the movie?
that's it. That was it. The
Usually
casino
I
scene
can
and then
remember
that
the
was it.
main set pieces, but yeah, this film
There
just
was
seemed to
no-
be and I have to watch it again, but it feels like it's lacking a lot of action. This film.
Yeah,
because he's got
yeah.
this new suit, but we really didn't see too much of the new suit. And
I
how
gotta
it-
say though, the gadgets and stuff, the idea of the suit,
yeah,
absorbing
that.
kinetic energy and him reusing it.
That was
I love
That was
that.
cool. Yeah.
I love that.
cool. Yeah.
And I did love when because they had a period of about 15-20 minutes when they were doing a James Bond type of film. You know what I mean?
casino.
Oh, yeah.
You
It
go,
felt
she's
like,
cute, little
yeah.
But then they go off to that
before.
mission,
Yeah.
you know, and
It
I
did
like
feel like
that.
that,
I
yeah.
did like that part of
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
So,
But this film, which, you know, the buzz was out there, guys. People were saying this was a culturally important film, that this was not only one of the best Marvel films they've produced, and I got to say, I understand the cultural impact this is having, and that is fantastic.
like the representation of black culture is fantastic.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely no problem there. But as a film, as a movie experience, it really is probably, I think, it's sinking under its own weight.
Yeah. But
So-
remember, we did personally for me, I just kind of didn't want to hear anything from anyone on social media or anything, so I went in with a clear mind, and then a few people saying it was up there, but I just didn't.
Well, the
feel
only
it was
reference
going-
point I had was I saw on Rotten Tomatoes, it was at like 98%, and I was like, oh my god, this movie must be fantastic.
So
But
why is it 98% on there?
Well,
Are they going
I
with
think
that?
It's because everything's going through such a big change in Hollywood. Because it's really African American driven film.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those things are playing into why it's got such a high score.
Yeah.
But for me, like I said, I'll score it now for my own score.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably a 7.5. I'm going to be generous. 7.5 out of 10 for me. Which in the Marvel movies puts it probably in the bottom third.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's 7.5 for me. Josh, what would you rate this film out of 10?
I'm going to give it a 7.
You're going to give it a
Give it
7
a
out of 10?
out of 10. That's really just based on the fact that I think the trailers, they overhyped this movie quite a bit. I was hoping it was going to be something like much bigger, but then the plot, it was just so simplistic, and it kind of just it killed it for me. It is a good movie, but I just think that it didn't live up to the expectations that I had for it going into it.
Rick, your score, mate.
Well, considering I paid $35 exercise for this little bad boy here, which is
A popcorn tin.
popcorn little tin. If you can see, there's some popcorn in there. Cost me $20.
Well, and usually they're metal.
Twice
It's
the
metal.
price of the movie.
Twice the price of the movie.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I went in there going, I was excited about it, and then it just lost me with that whole movie. I was like, I didn't really enjoy. Don't get me wrong, it was an okay movie. It was, it wasn't, I was like super pumped when I left. So for me, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 6.8.
Ooh, 6.8. There you go.
Just under the 7.
So there you go. I mean, it's one of those things that even right now, as I heard you guys doing the score, I'm thinking to myself, are we though spoiled by Marvel films?
Are we? That's
is
right.
our expectation on these films now too high?
That's right.
Because we have films like Civil War.
Yeah, and Winter
there's no
Soldier,
one near him.
and Doctor Strange and
Doctor
stuff
Strange,
like that. Yeah.
absolutely.
near him.
And
It didn't
Thor
even compare.
Ragnarok.
But you notice there wasn't much comedy in this movie, and then when they did deliver some comedy,
Great point.
it just didn't. I didn't laugh. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah. It's very subtle humour.
Yeah, I was like,
and you're right, because the last film we went and saw
Thor Ragnarok.
was an all-out comedy.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
and it
comedy
was
road movie.
But this one could
Yeah.
have been a little bit better, maybe a little bit more comedy. I don't know. But it just
Well,
didn't get
guys,
there.
you've
Didn't get
heard
there.
our score, you've heard our thoughts. Like I said, this is our immediate reaction from after seeing the film. So we're going to really love to hear what you guys want to say about this film. We want you to comment, we want you to talk to us.
Share it.
And Rick, how do they dialogue with us about Black Panther?
All you guys need to do is give us a comment down below. That'd be much appreciated. Give us a like for the video. Also hit that subscribe button for us as well. And just follow us all on our social media sites as well. Easy and simple as that.
Brilliant, guys. Well, thank you, Josh, for stepping in as a special
Josh,
guest
good.
today.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yep. that's it, guys. And this obviously makes part of our Marvel retrospective series as well. So if you want to check out what we thought of every other Marvel film, check our back catalogue, because we've got a heap of them there that we talked about every Marvel film.
We did.
So thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. See you, guys.
See you, dudes.